Buddy Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. If you're new to the channel, I'm all about teaching you everything there is to know about Hawaii and its real estate, but you just can't find in the listing. Today I'm coming to you live, unscripted from beautiful Maui Meadows. I'm standing right in front of Kaimanu Estates. Did you guys know there's a gated community inside of Maui Meadows? A lot of people don't know that. It's pretty money. In fact, I just did a video inside the gates. So if you want to see that, check it out. There's only 9 lots in there, 2 acres each. A couple homes in the market right now, but just go ahead and in YouTube put in Kaimanu Estates, Maui Meadows, and you'll be able to find that and check it out. I had permission by one of the homeowners, so I didn't get in any trouble. Had the one wheel, so I'm getting smarter as this thing goes along, you know. It's like, hey, I don't want to get arrested. I got my mask handy right here. Right here, there it is, see? Just in case. But hey, as always, I'm going to mention the Maui Food Line video. If you haven't watched it yet, please do so. Just type in Maui Food Line in the YouTube or the Google. Watch the Maui Food Line video. Give to the MauiFoodBank.org if you can. That's all I'm going to say for now, but I'm going to bring it up later, I promise you. But the purpose of me being here in Maui Meadows today is it's a viewer request. Somebody asked me a few weeks, it could have been a month ago, can you go to Maui Meadows? It went somewhere inside my elephant brain, and it came out today. Eric, you got to show Maui Meadows. I'm like, oh, I know. So I'm doing it right now on a Sunday. I know. I like to work on Sundays, but I was showing homes down in Kihei, and I thought, hey, I'm close by, let's do it. So let me show you guys around. This is a very popular neighborhood. It's hot. The real estate market here is hot. Why? Because you get anywhere from half an acre to 2 acres of land right next to Wailea. I mean, really? I mean, Wailea is like one of the nicest places in all of Hawaii. So that's one of the reasons. So let me take a look around here. I'm going to show you just a quick little tour. Of course, I got my buddy here, the one wheel. Thumbs up if you love the one wheel as much as I do. I love it. There they are. Aloha. Look at that, scootering around. Yeah, that's one way to go. Oh, double shaka. So yeah, quick access. They probably just came from the beach. They're having a good old time. They're saving on fuel and out in the wild winds of South Maui. So anyway, what's cool about this neighborhood besides the lot sizes, right? Half acre to 2 acres. I think I mentioned that already. But it was built and started in the late 60s, 68. And you know, back in those days, man, Maui was like chill. Like whatever you want to do, guys, go for them, you know, house them. So literally, they didn't have too many rules and regulations, and they still don't. So not a lot of heavy covenants. Obviously, you can grow your bougainvillea as big as you want. Look at that. Oh, of course, that's probably not bougainvillea, but it kind of looks like it. Anyway, anyone know what that is? Is it bougainvillea? Because that is the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. But a couple things you'll notice right out of the gate, if you're observant like I usually am not, there's no gutters and there's no sidewalks, right? So it's kind of like rural living a little bit, right? Kind of cool though, I like that. And also notice that there's no street lights. So if you go for a walk in here at night, you know, bring your baseball bat. I'm just kidding, there's no crime, but it's dark, right? Bring your flashlight. I love it when I laugh at my own jokes. I'm the only one laughing at my own jokes. Of course, I can't hear you guys, but that's okay. But you can hit me in the comment section with any questions, comments you have about Maui Meadows. Maybe you've stayed here. Maybe you've rented an ohana here. So that's another thing I wanted to point out. This neighborhood, you're allowed to have an ohana. What's an ohana? Ohana is our Hawaiian word for the day. It means a lot of things, just like so many words in Hawaii mean a lot of things. It means your guest cottage. It also means family. So the whole idea, right, the way the Hawaiians used to roll and still do, is the way life should be, right? You should have your family with you. It should be the #1 most important thing, hands down, period. So what would they do? They build a nice little house in the backyard for auntie, right? For uncle, for grandpapa, you know? Get him out there with the chickens. That's what keeps him happy, you know? Hey, he likes to chase the rooster. You know, so family sticks together, so they live together. Not on the mainland, right? We boot them. We said, get out of here. You go to the old folks' home. Not in Hawaiian culture, man. We stick together, people. So we have these things called ohanas. So it also means family, but also means a guest cottage. This would be a classic example. They're 1,000 square feet or less. That looks like about 1,000 square feet. And what does it translate into the real estate market? Well, there's 2 things I'm going to teach you in this video that you maybe didn't know before, but you're going to see it and hear it a lot if you're shopping for homes here. And that is those wonderful 3 letters, CPR. Stands for Condominium Parcel Regime. Try to say that 10 times over. Condominium Parcel Regime, Condominium Parcel Regime. I'm just kidding. CPR is what we call it for short, and it is sort of like condominiumizing a part of your land. So let's just say hypothetically you bought 2 acres of ground, you built the main house that was like 5,000 square feet, then you build your ohana, which is 1,000 square feet. Well, if you wanted to, later on you could CPR with its own half an acre, and you sell that thing, and you live in the main house. It's a way to pay for the main house. But now why is it called a condo? Because they might have some shared amenities, right? They might share a driveway, they might share some propane, they might share a septic well, it has to have a septic now. Back in the olden days, it might have a cesspool. Cesspools became mandatory in 1997, and septic systems became mandatory in 1997. And soon, I don't know the exact date, someone put it in the comments, septics will be required on all properties, backdated even. Look at those beautiful bougainvilleas right there, huh? Oh, gorgeous. So, what was I saying? So you can CPR it off. So you might have some shared amenities, or it could be completely separate. It doesn't have to have shared amenities. If the cottage and the house were built completely separate, then that's cool. They have their own everything. But it is its own separate deeded parcel, and it can be mortgaged separately, and has its own identifier. The legal description doesn't change. Here we call it's sort of like an A lot or a B lot. But the TMK, which is what we call the tax map key or legal description here in Hawaii, the TMK, whole new TMK or a whole new legal description. So probably more than you bargained for in this video, learning all about CPRs. But the nice thing is, they recently passed a law now that you can build up to 2 ohanas up to 1,000 square feet. Huh? You mean the county is actually helping us make more money? Are you kidding me? Of course, they get more tax dollars, but they wanted to create more housing. Because what happens is a lot of times working class families will live in these little 1,000 square foot ohanas right there. And then if you're in the main house, you can rent that little bugger out for like a couple thou a month, maybe more. And if you get the B&B license, which is the right to do a short-term vacation rental, or the TVR, which is your transient vacation rental license, that just means you're a second home. It's a second home, you don't live on the property. Then you can rent that out on Airbnb and VRBO, and you can make, on that little cottage, you could probably make, 4 to 8K a month renting it out that way. So it's a great way to pay for look at that little beautiful ohana, huh? Nice. It's a great way to pay for your lifestyle. A lot of people, man, when they live here, they have these little ohanas, and it pays the mortgage, pays the tax bill, helps offset the cost of living, which is, a little bit higher here, but not too much higher. We're not LA, we're not New York, and where else are you gonna go surf every morning, right? In not a crowded lineup. Let's just go down this little side street. So there are all these nice little cul-de-sacs everywhere. There's over 600 homes here. So there's no way I will be able to show all of them on my one wheel. I mean, I could, but you would eventually fall asleep, I'm sure, because you guys have gotten spoiled with sunsets and spinner dolphins and whales. And no whales yet. Hang on, getting ahead of myself. I'm prophesying. We will have whales someday. You can see the views, kind of. But at any rate, it would take me a long time to drive through this whole neighborhood. So I wanted to give you a feel for it. I wanted to teach you about ohanas and CPRs. And I just want to show you the streetscape here. So because the covenants are so loose and lax and chill, you're going to find some homes in here that maybe aren't quite, 100% what you'd expect in a neighborhood that has $20 million homes. You could have a shack here and there. I'm just saying. You could have a boat. You could have some transmissions. You don't know what you're going to find in Maui Meadows. Let's just say it's a very diverse neighborhood. Good way to put it. But I'm going to say the vast majority of everything is looking good. But there's that occasional guy. You're like, huh, when's he gonna, clean up the yard or whatever? So, trying to keep it positive, trying to keep it aloha. But some people just don't keep a nice house. That's just the facts, unfortunately. But it is nice having flexibility. Like there's a nice boat right there. You know, some people like that flexibility, being able to do whatever the heck they want at their house. No one's gonna tell me I can't put up a 10-foot, you know, snowman or reindeer, right? I'm putting it up. You don't like it? Pound sand, literally. Go down to the beach and pound some sand, because I'm doing what I want on my property. So, you know, we have a lot of Alaskans that live here. Just kidding, just kidding. But I bet we do. But yeah, it just kind of gives you a feel. The nice thing is that they're so tucked away, they're so private. I mean, look at this, man. This is just Hawaiian perfection right there. Look at that nice big covered patio, porch, lanai, sorry. I went back to my mainland days for just a moment there. Beautiful flowered tree, you know, it's just cool. And the thing is, you know, I've been selling real estate on Maui for, you know, coming up on 10 years, and I bet you I haven't seen 1/10 of the homes in this place. So when something hits the market, you get kind of excited. You're like, I wonder what's behind the bushes, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these you've never seen before. So a lot of diversity, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff that needs a little love, you know? So there's opportunity as well, right? If you're a fix and flipper, or someone has got some skills, you want to come in here and buy something and make it beautiful, there's opportunity, man. Of course, there's opportunity in every real estate market. You just got to kind of know what you're doing, really. That's the key right there. Newbies kind of don't do well sometimes, but that's how you learn your lessons, right? You figure it all out in your first 2 or 3 projects, and after that, you paid your dues. Just gonna turn around right here. That's looking a little steep, you know. I'm not 17 anymore, thank goodness. And we'll just turn around and we'll kind of go back the way we came, just because, you know, you do see something different, even if you're going back the same direction. That's why if you ever go hiking in the woods, you should always turn around and look to see where you're coming from, because it'll look different when you go back. I used to be a big elk hunter back in the days, and you didn't want to, you know, die by not getting home at the end of the day, right? That truck is the most beautiful thing you'll see after a long hunt. Look at that nice house, man. That's nice. That's just squared away. Guarantee you, man, they have got a nice view. Matter of fact, if you were to say that in Pidgin, you would say Garens. You know, oh, Garens, brah. Garens ball barons. That means I guarantee you. So over here you can start to see, I'm at the very top of Maui Meadows, by the way. The price goes up as you go up, like most things in life. And here's a view you can see all the way over to Kahului Harbor. Look at that. That's the whole west side. And then you can see to the left is Ma'alaya Bay, Ma'alaya. And then on the other side, so that's almost a bi-coastal action right there. And of course the West Maui Mountains are covered up in beautiful clouds right now. It's kind of a stormy day, I'll be honest with you. Of course in Kihei it just means you get some more clouds. It doesn't rain here much. 14 inches a year is a good year. All the rain gets dumped by the trade wind showers on top of Haleakala or Haiku mainly. So if you don't like mildew, you know, you don't like mold, and you like a garage sale, if you don't like mildew, you don't like mold, great place to live is the leeward side of any of the Hawaiian Islands. But if you are, you know, if you have a problem with that, you might want to stay away from the other sides of the islands where it rains a lot, because a lot of those homes, you know, you're wiping mold off your furniture in the middle of the day, you know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. The nice thing about the leeward sides is they're very dry. Dry, not like Colorado, Arizona dry, don't get me wrong. We still have that beautiful, moist Maui air. Hits you right when you get off the airplane, smacks you in the face and says, welcome home, brother. Your lungs and your skin are about to like you some more, because you're surrounded by water. Still like the looks of this little ohana right there. I like the roof line on it. I just like everything about it. I just want to move in, hang out. So you can see there's some very beautiful estates here. Definitely Maui Meadows is one to put on your list to check out. Like I said, it's a pretty hot market. Stuff is It's moving pretty quick right now. I know you mainlanders are thinking, huh, why would I want to stay on the mainland if I can go to Hawaii? That's what I'd be thinking. Heck, I was thinking that 10 years ago. You guys are just kind of catching up, which is all right. It's all right. I waited for you. Yeah, look at this house. Nice. Sorry about that. A little disconnection there. Verizon 4G every once in a while just decides to drop off. Don't know why. Had that connection on the way up, lost it on the way down. But here you can see a little perspective of the views. There's the big, beautiful Pacific blue right there. Look at that. So a lot of these houses, and without me going inside of one, obviously, I can't show you the views. They're all going to be so different, so different. But it's a very mature neighborhood, right? A lot of the flora and fauna obviously has been growing since the 60s, late 60s, 70s. So it's a very mature, a lot of fruit trees, palm trees, bushes, hedges. I mean, it is as mature as it gets. There's two entrances down below off the Pi'ilani Highway, which is the main highway that services all of Kihei and Wailea. And it's literally almost at the end of Pi'ilani Highway before it dead ends and goes down to Wailea, just to kind of give you a sense of where this neighborhood is located. So good access. And as you guys know, if you've studied the real estate market in Kihei, things get more expensive as you go south, right? So North Kihei, look at this nice little entrance there, huh? Ooh, pretty. It's like some nice roof lines in there. You know, North Kihei would be the lower end of the market, a little cheaper up there. Neighborhoods are, you know, a little more diverse. And then as you head south, things get mo better and the prices get higher. And of course, Wailea would be the highest end. And then at the very, very south end is Makena. And Makena would be the tippy top of the high end because a lot of ocean front homes down there in Makena. So I was kind of hoping to show you guys a little bit of the diversity in this neighborhood. You know, I can't just show off the gated part. I gotta be fair, you know, gotta be fair and balanced, just like our mainstream media. Hang on a second. What can I find here? Oh, I found a Westphalia. Man, I love those things. Oh, there's two of them. Oh my goodness. I hit the jackpot. I love Westies, guys. I'm a surfer, and every surfer has got a secret love affair with Volkswagen vans. Look at that. Two little honeys sitting right there. Huh. Maintenance nightmares, but they are cool. It's like a high maintenance girlfriend. You know, you just do it because you love it. So there's a nice little shot of the ocean there. Here comes a car at high speed. As always, risking life and limb to bring you guys what no other realtor will bring you. Well, I guess I'm just in a really nice section, aren't I? It's okay. But look at all the bougainvillea, huh? Just loaded. Nice and breezy today. I'm covering up the mic. Hopefully you're not catching too much of this wind noise. This is a nicely paved street here. Look at this. Butter. So lots of these little cul-de-sacs. You know, if you're on a main artery, you know, of a street, then you're going to have a little more noise and traffic and drive-by. But if you get off on one of these cul-de-sacs, what's this called, guys? Hit me in the comments. There's a quiz at the end. This is your beautiful little ohana. And there's the main house up there. See how that works? That's just a perfect little illustration right there. Same here, look. Main house up there, ohana right there. Huh? Income. It's called ROI, maximum. All right, we're gonna get to some diversity here, I promise you. Where's my diversity guy? Gotta be one around here somewhere. The viewer that requested this tour, if you are watching at some point, hit me in the comments. I'd like to know who you are, just so people don't think I'm making this stuff up. Although this is definitely a neighborhood that everyone should know about and be aware of. And of course, if there's any neighborhood that you would like me to go see, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to put it in the memory banks. That guy's got some serious, got his own gated community right there. Huh. This is a nice street, huh? And I apologize, guys, if you're talking to me in the super chat. I can't read, and I can't read anyway because I can't see anything. But certainly when I'm riding the one wheel, I can't read any of those. But I do go back and read them later, I promise. I'm not sitting at a computer. A lot of those guys are sitting at computers, super chatting and chatting back and forth. But I've got my eyes on a lot of prime Maui real estate here, and I'm looking for speed bumps in the road. That's a really nice house, by the way. You can just tell it's well maintained. I don't know about you guys, but when I buy something like a car or a house, to me it's just as important like who the owner is, you know, like what kind of person am I dealing with? You know, it's like you want that grandma that like takes it to the Mercedes dealership every time a little light comes on and pays the full ticket, and they drive it once a week and it's in the garage. That's who I want, right? I want some 17-year-old kid that, you know, is hacking away on it. And the same thing with houses. I really care about who owned the house and what's the backstory, right? Give me the details. I want to know what's going on. And that's just a big part of real estate, man. It's all the stuff in between the lines. All the stuff you find out hopefully later, as in during the contract, not later as in after the closing. I showed this house before. It's a sweet house. Nice ohana right there. And look at this. Man, I'm telling you what, just drool factor. Look at that. The Maui photo bus. Huh. Man, I want to buy that right now. Oh, man. My parents had a VW when I was growing up as a kid. You know, those years, you know, 70s. I've never owned one that old, but I want to. I had 90s Westphalias. Lots of doves, cruising. One thing I love about the doves in the morning, they just coo and coo and coo. It's no dove hunting here, obviously, fellas. Sorry. But that's why there's just doves galore, and they don't migrate, right? They're here. Just like you guys. When you come here, you're not going to migrate anymore. You're just going to be here. Ooh, Casa Fiesta. Huh? That's pretty cool. I just made that up, by the way. Just sounded cool. Nice little cul-de-sac here. All right, no diverse examples of homes that are kind of goofy, but they're in here, trust me. Matter of fact, some of them are right when you pull into the neighborhood, so that initial little thing when you pull in, you look at it and you go, where are you taking me? And then also the Maui Meadows sign. If anyone's listening to this and you're in charge of Maui Meadows, man, let's get a nice sign. I mean, the one at the main entrance is sitting on two little stumps. It's just like, really? We couldn't just like do a little sign fund and put something nice up? I mean, it's the sign. I don't know, it's just the way I think. I've got a nice little long driveway there, probably a flag lot. Flag lot, in case you don't know, it's shaped like a flag, so it's a long driveway that gets you back to the main lot. So imagine a flag pole. The driveway is the pole, and the flag is the lot, and the driveway gets you to the flag. Flag lot. Next time you look at a map and you see a lot that has the shape of a flag, you'd be like, oh, I remember that crazy guy on the one wheel taught me what a flag lot is. Hey, look, I'm showing this house again. So hey guys, if you ever sell your house, call me. That's double exposure right there. All right, guys, so hopefully this has been helpful. I just like riding the one wheel and talking because it's fun and it beats working. But I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, as always, I'd love it if you would do a quick little favor for me. Just quick. Lower right-hand corner, there's a little subscribe button, and then there's a bell. If you could hit that for me, just go dink. See, it doesn't even take calories. It's just like bonk. Subscribe. Share it. That's a little arrow button with a curve. You could share it, put this on your IG and your FB. Why do YouTubers always tell you to do this? Because it tells YouTube, hey, this is a cool video. Like, people are digging it. And that helps us, right? Because the more YouTube thinks we're good, the more we show up in feeds and all kinds of cool stuff happens. So we bug you for a reason. And then the third thing is like, share, subscribe. I think I covered them all. Oh yeah, like it. And then also, if you could please watch the Maui Food Line video. All you gotta do is put in Maui Food Line in the YouTube search bar or the Google search bar. Watch the video. It just shows a bunch of people that are hungry, that don't have any money because our economy got shut down for 7 months. Don't know if that was necessary, but it's what happens. So if you can watch that video and see that there's people hurting on this island, they need donations to the MauiFoodBank.org. It's not a joke. This is not just some marketing scheme. This is literally a cry for help. I know there's people out there that are doing well. They're making money hand over fist right now. I know it because I talk to a lot of them. So no guilt, just a request, just a plea. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can just throw on a card. MauiFoodBank.org will super help. And if you can't do that, please share the video. All you have to do is hit that little arrow button with a curve. It'll give you a link. You can throw it on your FB and your IG, and you can say, hey guys, look what's going on in Maui. Remember that little island that we all like to go to and stick our toes in the sand and drink in a hand and just hang out and get crazy and party and like look at the sunsets and take pictures? Those guys that work there, they're hungry. Watch this video, man. And then my last request, if I may be so bold, is come here. Come. Because why? We got the biggest Sorry guys, I think kind of a bad internet connection here again, kind of random. But once again, thanks for tuning in, I appreciate it. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. And don't know where I'm gonna go next, but hit me in the comments section with any suggestions you have. I'm an open book, and I'd love to help any way I can. Again, Eric West signing out, HawaiiRealEstate.org. If you're ever in the market to buy or sell in Maui, Maui Meadows, anywhere, I'd love to help. Aloha, until next time, Eric West,